What's up, Hoopers? Welcome back to the Watch and Learn Hoops Academy. What I want to talk about today is the different ways you could work out and plan your workouts and have a systematic approach to it and an analytical approach to it so that you're always getting better and you're always working on shots that you'll actually take in games, right? So I found this great clip from Bernard King, and he just kind of explains the way he practices and how he prepares, basically just studying a game and being ready to attack a defender in certain ways and how you're going to do it. Now, his way of thinking doesn't have to be your exact way, but it's a great way to look at it and kind of take that foundation and then build your own system and your own way to practice. So let's get into it.
I had a system for scoring, and I was not creative like Spree or even Earl, and so I had an analytical approach to
exactly what we're talking about. Analytical approach. This is the mindset that you want to have.
And I had 9 spots on the left, 9 spots on the right, 4 spots from the front of the rim to the top of the key, constituting 22 spots.
So let's just stop there. So already, when he sees the court, he has it broken down to different spots. A lot of people don't practice like that. They just see the whole court. They might see left side, right side, but are you practicing different shots based on where you are on the court? That's just number one.
And that's where I wanted to get my shots every single night. And so when I see the court, I don't see the baseline, I don't see the foul line, I don't see the top of the key. That's what you may see. But what I see is a grid.
Exactly. Basically what I was just saying. How do you see the court? What are you looking at when you see it? Like, do you know what spots you like to get to in the game? Do you know what area of the court you want to score from? Do you know that you like pull-ups from the left elbow? Do you know that you like pull-ups right from the middle? Do you know that you like left baseline pull-ups? Like, now he's taking it to kind of another level. Most people don't see 22 spots when they look at the court. But it just have it broken down to know where your spots are, where you want to get to.
And that was my grid. And my game was built within that grid pattern. And that's how I scored my points. Is based on those 9 spots on each side of the floor, and there's 4 spots there. And then there's only 5 ways you can be defended if you're on the left wing.
Pay attention to what he's saying. There's only 5 ways to be defended. This part is super important.
Only 5. Send me right, send me left, play me tight, give me the jump shot, or overplay me.
Now, this is when imagination has to come into play. This is how you really become a great scorer, by having that imagination when you practice. So, okay, I'm on the left elbow and he's playing me tight. What do? I'm on the left elbow. He's forcing me left. What do? He's forcing me right. What do?
Only 5 ways you can defend me. And so I have 5 counters to the 5 different ways you're going to defend me.
And it sounds so basic and simple, but that's really what it is. That's how you have to look at the game. It's impossible to guard everything. And that's what I try to tell players. It's impossible to try to guard everything. Every move has a counter, and every counter has a pump fake, right? So use that in your imagination when you're practicing. Okay, if he try to force me left, I have this move. If he stays with me, I have this counter. And it's that simple. And you work on those moves, and you drill them, until eventually you're unstoppable, because you have an answer for everything, and you know exactly what the defense is going to do. There's only but so many things somebody can do. You know exactly what they're going to do. So then when you practice like this, it's like having a test, and you know every answer already. You know every answer to the test. Not only have you studied it, but you memorized it. Like, it's no stopping you. There's no stopping you because you're prepared for everything.
All right. And then I'm going to go to one of my 9 spots, and you're not going to stop me.
Man, where were you at when I played?
Right, so the only thing I want to add to this is that this isn't just for off the dribble either, right? So if you're a catch and shoot player, you want to get to the corner, all right? Not only is it about how they're guarding you, but how did you get to that spot? Is it a transition? Did you sprint to the corner for a shot? Or did you come from across the baseline? Did you sprint there for a shot? Did you bump? Was there a screen and you faded back to the corner for a shot? Right? So just think about that. There's only a certain amount of ways to get to spots, and there's only a certain amount of ways you can be defended. He just named it 5. Off ball is a little bit different, but it's the same thing. Like, just prepare for it. Prepare for everything, every situation, every moment. And then if you want to take it a step further, now it's, okay, other than how this person in front of me is guarding, now what's the help defense looking like? Let's say I get by him and the help defense comes. What do I do? What moves do I have? Let's say there's a double team coming from this way. What moves do I have? Right? So the more that you look at the game, like he says, analytically, and you prepare for it and you see what they're going to do and you have accounted for it, you will be unstoppable. And this isn't something that can happen. It's not going to happen overnight, but the more you work on it, like, you can't cheat the work. So you have to work on it. But once you do, you're essentially guaranteeing that you're working on the right things. You're not just going to the gym kind of moseying around making things up. You know exactly what you're working on and exactly why you're working on it. You don't have to have every single move in the book. You just need to have a move that you're going to be good at and a counter to it. That's it. That's what you need to work on. So I thought this was a great video because it's just such a way. It's a simple way to help you figure out how to practice, especially if you don't have a trainer. This is the best way to practice without a trainer, because if we're being completely honest, a lot of the best players ever didn't have a trainer growing up. So you don't need one growing up. You really just need to figure out exactly what the defense is doing and how you can beat it. Now, if you enjoyed this video, if you liked it, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I got a ton of more videos coming. Any questions that you have, make sure you comment down below. I'll be sure to try to answer everything. Whatever videos you want to see, I'll be sure to try to make it. Also, make sure you check out my ebook and my training app. They're both in the description below. Until next time, thanks for checking out the Watch and Learn Hoops Academy. See you guys next time.